Welcome back. This is Sarah Davey at IC Systems, and I'm here to show you the second part of this tutorial on placeholders and selectors. And where we left off, we just added a placeholder for revenue, which is an arrayed variable on the model diagram. And now we're going to go to the interface, and we're actually going to apply the placeholder. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a graph. And in my graph, I want to see revenue. And this time, I'm going to actually add my revenue placeholder. That is the item that includes all slices of my array for revenue. And then what I need to do is add a selector. So the selector is found in the upper right left-hand corner of the toolbar below the button tool. So select the selector and drop it on your interface. And you can see it's set up to be a drop-down menu, but first we need to populate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the placeholder for revenue here. And I'm going to make this a little smaller so it fits nicely. And you'll see that when I go live, I need to first go into experiment mode. I'm going to go live. And you'll see I've got a run for the revenue New York City pasta. But now I want to see it for other slices. And so as I use this drop down, it instantly updates what I'm viewing in my graph at any point in time. Another way to approach this is we'll add another graph. And this time in the graph, I'm going to add the revenue variable, and instead of adding asterisk to get everything, I'm going to add a wildcard for location and a wildcard for product. I can then add two selectors. In the first selector, instead of using the placeholder option, I'm going to use the dimension option. And the first placeholder, I'm going to assign the location dimension. Things are overlapping here. And in this placeholder, I'm going to use the other dimension of product. This will allow me to control one dimension at a time. So you can see when I go to experiment mode and go live, I can change the location and the product using these two selectors here. So those are two different ways you can use selectors on your interface. I hope you find this helpful, and I hope it helps you with your interface design. I hope you won't hesitate to contact support@icsystems.com if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.